feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Gone for a year, only roll like once. Life move fast and you do what you want.
Alright, y'all, welcome to my channel. We're gonna get started on a fruit slash butterfly set. I was anticipating on doing a fruit set real long and as well as a butterfly set, so this is us starting it finally, and it's an XXL stiletto. I went ahead and added two different colors for the base. You see in pink, it is Beetles rubber base and Beetles builder, and I mixed those for that perfect kind of acrylic look you see with the pink. I already prepped before the video, but then I went ahead and put base on the rest of the nails because I didn't add builder or rubber base to those. You did see me put yellow down at first with that Gabufu brand nail polish. I forgot that I didn't put down base gel, so that's why we wiped that right off real quick. And then after the base colors, we're just gonna be starting the designs. This white is from Double Rhythm. I don't recommend it. We're almost out of it, thank God. Don't want to be wasteful, but yeah, the Gabufu brand gel polish is not a one coater. Neither is that Double Rhythm white. That's why I say, like, thank God the white's almost out. But I have a big collection of Gabufu. It's affordable on Shein and Temu, I believe, as well. It might be on AliExpress. I haven't seen it there. They have regular solid colors, and then they have this red bottle I just showed you is their transparent colors. You can kind of see they had different builds to the bottles. One is just square and another one has like a chiseled out kind of look. That's the difference in the bottles. And I kind of like the little chiseled out look. I don't know why they didn't add a little something to the regular bottles, but yeah, I really like that transparent set. It's about 68 colors. The Gabufu brand offers many different sets, like sets of 6 you can buy, or you can buy the whole set like I did, and it was like $170 for 120 colors. The last 20 of the collection are glitters, and then the first 100 are just different colors, solid colors I meant. This is a Morta palette. You've probably seen this if you do nails. You've probably seen this all over. They're phenomenal. They're just patting glues or patting gels. They'll say patting glues on the certain brands, but yeah, I like them. I went ahead and did 2 different blues in this palette for the Monarch kind of butterfly nail. It worked out pretty well, honestly, but I think I did do 2 coats of that as well. After that, I was just wiping down that tacky layer from the base gel before I went in and went on to that nail eventually after we got done curing this one. This is my first voiceover, by the way. Like, I don't know how I sound. I'm just kind of going over this video, hoping for the best. But I think everything is mostly self-explanatory, but I'm going to walk you guys through it verbally. This is a different palette. I went for another butterfly nail. I ended up not having a bright orange inside of my mortar palettes. They have one with a green bulb I've been meaning to get that has a bright orange, but I just went with my Shea J potted gels with potted patting glues, and just used that orange, and then I went back in the mortar palette and used that pale yellow you see there. These are clear sticky notes, transparent sticky notes that I just put gel on, and they're just easy to get rid of and throw away instead of having a nail palette to just mix on. I do have nail palettes, but I switch from which ones I want to use. This was more convenient today. But yeah, those gels pretty much blend very well. Like, the little spongies though, they pick up a lot of lint. That's another reason I don't like using the black dental bib you see on the bottom. I have it in black. But they're like just as bad as the lint-free wipe you see there. They just get hair on everything, but whatever. This is a Melody Susie 20 millimeter brush, liner brush. I use this almost for every freaking thing. 20 millimeter. I keep saying milliliter. Millimeter brush is my go-to for a lot of line work. I don't know why I don't use the other lips it came with, but this is my go-to. Now, I've never did this line before, and I wanted to look up a video. Sorry, I'm out of frame, by the way. First time trying to do a long record video, and I was trying, y'all. But yeah, I just winged it. Like, I didn't know how to do this set. Instead of me watching a video like a normal person before I started, I just was like, no, I can do it. And I just kind of winged it. It didn't come out as bad, but I probably will watch a few more videos next time. But that ended up being my favorite nail right there. That blue monarch kind of butterfly nail. I did sketch out this whole set before I started it in my nail book. So I knew what I was doing because I was just looking over at my sketchbook to see, okay, left hand, right hand, this nail, this nail. So that helped me a bunch throughout this video because I'm like, all right, which one is the left hand? Which one is the right? I also recently just marked my stands left and right, so that helped as well. This one didn't come out as good as the blue one. I know I wanted them to go opposite directions, but I was struggling with this one more than the blue one. Then I made that accident you see right there, and I was just like, I'm gonna fix it at the end. And then the alcohol got all like alcohol. It just did what it did. It spread, and it was having me panic a little bit. But I should have used acetone. Whatever. I didn't. But I go to clean it, and everything got a little bit smeared right there. But for the most part, we were able to correct it. But yeah, I should have stopped immediately and got rid of that. Moving on. Not that bad. Huh? Not that bad for our first time. It'll get better. This acetone brush I got from Shein, by the way. Just to let you guys know, my yellow nail stands I ordered from Shein, by the way. These tips you see, I cannot pronounce the name of them. And I also think it's in not Spanish. I think it's in Chinese, so I really just couldn't even tell you. But this is my first time using them, and they actually have these like little lines and these line guides, I guess you could call it, on them. So this might be pretty good for gel eggs or whatever, but we're using them for press-ons. And they're really thick, honestly. I think they're pretty good, though. I would recommend. I just need to figure out what the brand is called. Anywho, I might link it. Moving on to this nail. Which one is this? I think this is the watermelon one. I need to get better at my French. I honestly just be kind of winging it. I used to do my smile line pretty low, and then you put the nails on and your natural nail sits way up top, and then you have that big gap and be able to see your nail underneath. So now I try to do as little as possible, like wherever I think the nail stops, but I need to start comparing them side by side so the lines are just equal, if that makes sense. Went ahead and start putting the white polka dots on the butterfly nail, like the butterfly resembles. I don't know if I should go like make them symmetrical or whatever. I just start going crazy on that nail, and then when I got to this nail, I was like, let's not do as much. But I also think that's because one was a thumb and one was a ring finger. We didn't have as much space, so considering all things, I think it still looked decent. And I don't know if I said about the black, but that is also by Double Rhythm. Most of my gels you're going to see here are Gabufu, though. And you'll see in a moment what is it called? The cat eyes that I use are by the brand Shege. I might be butchering that name, but they have amazing cat eyes. They're going to be in this gold bottle you'll see here in a moment. I really hope y'all enjoyed the set, honestly. It took me quite a while, and then my phone kept dying, and I went through all this mayhem to try to get this video to just be one continuous video that I just sped up, but it ended up being like 4 or 5 videos that I had to like try to match up best way possible. And I just hope you guys enjoy it, and a few of you watch it. And hey, that'll be that. You guys are liking it on the short so far. I ended up posting that first before I did this voiceover, so that made me smile. You'll see I went in with that Gabufu orange and tried to pat it. Those things are not that pigmented. Like, it's almost like water. Like, even though when you wipe it on the nail, like it's fine. Do 2 layers, you're good. Patting it just seemed like nothing. But I was trying, y'all, to get a like more vivid orange. I just need to get that palette with the dark orange, more brighter colors. But I did just order a palette by Shay J, so hopefully that orange is very pigmented, and I won't have to get another palette by Morta, because when you first get those things, you gotta separate all of it and then peel every sticker off. It's kind of messy and it's a hassle. But yeah, that was that cat eye I mentioned in the gold bottle by Shay J, and you really couldn't see it. Like, I regret not going back in, following my thoughts, and just using 2 layers of this cat eye, because often I will, but I've never seen the cat eye just not pop. Like, that red was not popping. I don't know what that was, but the purple did its thing. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but the purple did its thing. This is my second time doing this grape nail. That's what this nail is right here. It's just a cat eye underneath, and then you go in with the McCart rhinestone glue and just do little dots and cure them individually. Sorry for going out of frame once again. But I used a different purple last time. It had like a blue and purple shift, whereas this one, it kind of had a little blue in there, but it was just way lighter, not as intense of a color. So I can't say I like the last one better, but this one was still cute. This is me kind of like guiding to try to do a nice French, but for the most part I just wing it. It could have been better. I've never used this blue color before in this Gabufu set. I actually like it. Like, it's like a pale, almost grayish blue. And I enjoyed it. When I pulled it out, I said, wow. I could just tell which colors I've never used. I'm just always so impressed. Going back to that Mortar palette with the yellow to try to do the lemon nail now. Y'all, this is another one. I done seen the lemon nail done how many times? I don't know. Like, but it's a bunch. And then I still went and did anything. You'll see that. Like, I just was like, well, the set just literally took so long. And between the phone dying, interruptions, lint, just everything just almost having me crash out, I was just like, oh, I just gotta get this set done. Just gotta get it done. And so I kind of rushed the orange nail and the lemon nail. And I'll probably eventually do it the correct way. It's not that hard to do it the correct way, but I just start doing it my way. And I don't think it's that bad, but it could be neater. It could be neater. So that was that. This is the kiwi nail. I don't know. My kiwi could have been better too, but she turned out fine. We're just going with it at this point. I was just happy to see all the colors coming together. And if this was a long, maybe a medium, oh, she would have got worn. Like, I like this set really. I like this set so much. Really bad. Like, she's cute. I've done this nail before. I don't know if it's papaya. I always forget what the fruit is called. But, I just think these 3 colors together are beautiful. I really like this green. It's one of my favorite colors in the Gabufu set. I use it quite often. Well, I have used it quite often. But, yeah. This nail is pretty easy. Really easy. You just do your aura, green outline, couple black dots. Only thing different with this one, I did end up going in with some 3D gel, just sculpting a little bit of stuff at the end of the set, you'll see. But you could just put black dots and you'll be done. That's what some people do. It's still cute. What else? Back to this lemon nail. I went and outlined it because I knew by this point, like, I'm probably not about to do the whole, like, outline thing. Since I did the white base, I thought it just wouldn't make sense. Like, I did this nail not wrong, but different from the videos I saw, and it didn't really come to me until I decided to do that yellow outline. So we just tried. We did our best. Now, the blueberry nail has been real viral. I still do want to do a lemon and blueberry set. I think that would be so cute. But when I was doing this aura, again, you see that blue? That's straight out the bottle. And it just sucked it right up in that sponge. And there was no, I guess, what do you call it? Depth? I don't know. That color just lacked everything. Like, when I went to sponge it, at least. Like, the sponge sucked it all up. And then it was not that much of an intense color anymore. It was not vibrant. It was lacking so much, like, you can barely tell. I should have just used the patent gel, but going over it 2 times, sorry, we kind of did get a little bit of color, a little bit, but it genuinely reminded me of denim at this point, and I think I might have just found out we could just use that color to do like a denim set, because I've been dying to use some denim foils I have, so we might try that. Now, this watermelon nail, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the seeds, but this is what I knew. This ain't will be shit to do. I should have wiped this off, honestly, and used a bigger dotting tool on my, this is what this is. This is an Annie silver dotting tool. I got it from Shein as well. It's just one of those push down pins that have like 3 different heads or 5 different heads inside of it, things like that. Growing up, you probably had one. Anywho, I should have used a thicker one so that our dots could be thicker, but I didn't do that, and so right now we just have the teeniest little spots on this fingernail, and I was like, whatever. But again, I told you, I was like going through it, so I'm like, we just got to get this nail done. The strawberry nail, I knew exactly what to do, but instead I went and put these chunky kind of lines with the clear gel on it, and it was just not in unison. Like, it could have been way neater, but at the end of the day, I kind of like the strawberry nail being a little chunky. It was cool. It didn't get too much surrounding where you would put the nail on, so I feel like it wouldn't create like too much bulk, basically. Moving on. That did take me a little second because I had to cure each line. That was kind of a headache. And then it's like I couldn't find a rhythm of picking up the nail, sitting down the nail, getting some more gel, and then curing, and then repeating, because these nail stands don't really do well standing up on their own. They kind of need to be in a stand. It's like they're 3D printed, but the bottoms just aren't that flat, so I struggle. I didn't have this problem with my last nail stands, but those ones kept breaking, so I tried to find another option, and this is our newest option. But we made it through. I just kind of tend to just hold them on the stand and try to work with them, because it gets kind of annoying taking each one off to do bare minimum. That's a pro of having the magnetic stands, I guess. But having the non-magnetic stands don't really mess with your cat eye, so there's a pro there. Also, what was I gonna say? Well, I forgot, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm also using a black liner when I went to use this rhinestone glue. I don't use my Melody Susie liner anymore for that. Try to just keep it to one brush. I kind of don't care about that much, even though I just clean it with brush cleaner. But yeah, I just try to separate it. But this set is also from Shein. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. Dental bibs are from Amazon. Don't recommend them. I think you should just get you an acrylic, or what is it called? I think it is like an acrylic little desk cover or whatever. It's just clear. Get one of those and replace it every few months. And use your dust collectors, and you'll be fine, because these things are annoying. They just create unnecessary lint every time, faithfully. And I don't usually use them, but I said for the sake of video, let's not get something on our desk, because I don't have that acrylic cover yet. We will get it. Now right here, you're going to see me doing those little droplets I spoke about for the grape. This was so cute. I went over it with builder so it could look a little bit fuller. It created a little bit of bulk. I kind of like it. But I was thinking like maybe we should have just went over it with top coat, so you can just see the water droplet kind of effect better, instead of it looking all together how it will look at the end when I show you the final look. But I don't know, maybe it didn't need to be like this, because this is how it just would have looked. I feel like that looks kind of empty, but I just feel like Beetle's clear builder was way too thick than what I had wanted it to look like, if that makes sense. Could have used a thinner builder gel and it would have been fine to me, but it still was fine. It's fine. It wasn't too bulky. I checked the underneath for these nails. We had minimum spillage over the sides. And that's mainly because of the sticky tabs I used. It just kind of runs over on the side. But other than that, we were good. But I thought this nail was so pretty. I do think adding all that clear bulkage of the builder, this bulkage word, whatever, kind of took away from the cat eye, but not really. Like when I had flash on and zoomed into the nail, really I could see it, but in person it wasn't as much of a shimmer. Same thing with that strawberry nail, but the strawberry nail just needs another coat. I don't know if it was that transparent color I put underneath that was just too intense for the little shimmer. I don't know. Cat eyes usually have different size I guess magnetic particles inside of them too, so that could be it. I might be used to, I don't know if it's bigger or a finer particle, but this red, I haven't used it in a very long time. It's one of the few cat eyes I've got from Shay J when I first started. I do remember it, and it's just not intense as many other colors that I have from that brand, so it's just got to be a slight difference. Not that it's bad, but yeah, I could have did 2 layers. I do regret it. Moving forward, this is where I'm putting that builder on certain nails, like that grape nail I mentioned. No, just kind of made it look like a glob a little bit, filling that in, but it's fine. Also, putting builder gel in all these crevices, let alone top coat, was a headache, but it didn't get too bulky, so I think it's fine. Excuse me, I just burped. More builder gel, more power, more passion. All right, what is next? I actually ended up curing that little palette, those transparent sticky notes in the lamp, so I was able to go over certain spots you're gonna see without going into other colors. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, right now when I go over that, it didn't mix because I had already cured it by this time, so I could keep using it. That's another pro about using those things. You can get real thick up on there, but I would have been have to wipe off my little palette if I had one. But yeah, I just mixed another color and try to do this little star, and then I tried to like turn it into a chunkier star, and it got real ridiculous. So you'll see me go in a moment and use acetone or alcohol, one of them, I think it was acetone though, and try to bring those lines back down to a little bit thinner, and it actually came out cute, you know. But when we get to this orange, I went more sporadic and veiny, and like whatever that little orange stuff be stuck on the orange when you're peeling it, try to get that up in there, like veins and stuff like looking on the orange, which was cute to me, But then the globs did not work the same. When I went to do the 3D globs of the rhinestone gel, it did not work the same. But yeah, I'm gonna mix it up with that yellow, a little bit of that orange, and put the lines on this, and you'll see what I say about, like, it was like thin lines, and then I just tried to do it like, I guess, thunder, like just more stringy lines, you know. I'm bad with this, but you'll kind of see in the video. It's kind of fast, but I didn't want the video that long, and 40 minutes is kind of long, and that's where we're at. So yeah, I just went over it, crazy lines like this, and I thought it was so cute. And I just cleaned up the edges. I thought it was giving realistic. Like, I really thought this nail was gonna be tea. So I don't know why the 3D lines didn't go with the program like they did on the lemon nail, but this nail had potential. But it's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. That's all that matters. See, the globs on the lemon were working. They were doing their thing. That curing lamp I have is from Mr. Nail. I got it from AliExpress. Oh, so you can see it right there, Mr. Nail. It's like a speckled white kind of lamp, but then it has green attachments that come with it. It was $38. I'm actually touching it right now. That's what you just heard. But it was $38 on AliExpress. It is a really, really nice lamp. I really, really like it. Like, I want to try other stuff by them now, but I really do love this lamp. Like, it has the sensor setting on it. It has 15 seconds and 60 seconds, and it also has that electronic little window to see, like, okay, it's got this many seconds left. I didn't have a lamp that did that, and that really helped because I'm impatient, and I'm like, oh, was that 15 seconds? Was that 60 seconds? Because, you know, I have a pray one, but you can't see how long it is. And when I'm like, flash curing, I kind of want to know. But yeah, I like this lamp, and I like that it comes with those other attachments. So yeah, I think y'all should try it out. It comes in a bunch of colors also, and I'm so happy I got it, honestly. It's my ride or die at the moment, and I just love the green on it. Green's my favorite color, y'all. Now let's get to this orange. It did not go well. It did not go. I just think I was using too big of a glob when I needed to use a small one, and too small of a glob when I needed a big one. That's what I was faced with. Don't know how, but that's what was going on. And I was like frustrated throughout making the nail, and then the center just wasn't perfect and symmetrical, so I ended up adding a little bunch of gold caviar beads. I think that's what they're called. And then went about my day because I didn't want to stress over it. And that's just what we didn't do. We didn't stress. We got it done, and I think it still turned out to be beautiful. But yeah, go get that lamp, y'all. And maybe give Gabufu a try. They've got sets of 6. Or you can get the half set, which is like 68 color. Not 68. It's like 60 colors. And or you can get the whole set for $120. I haven't seen it on here in a while, but I bet it's probably still on Shein or AliExpress. And if you don't get Gabufu, because I don't put that on the top of my list of recommending, if you just want to get some inexpensive colors and you want a wide range, go for it. Go for Gabufu. But honestly, Shay J is better, in my opinion. Their colors are way more pigmented, and overall the what do you call it? Like, the thickness of them is nice. Like, it's smooth. I can get away with one layer. And their cat eye collection alone, their glitter collection, like, it's just a wide range, and they have different kinds of bottles. I've seen at least 5 different bottles by the brand Shay J. You might want to watch that with those if you're gonna be doing these nails on people. You want to check the ingredients and all that fun stuff. But I just use them for press-ons. But I have heard different bottles, different problems. You heard it here first, but you will hear it somewhere else. Moving on, I got these 3D gels, 3D sculpting gels by the brand Shay J. You can see it right there. This set specifically is glow in the dark, but I just knew these were going to be pretty vivid colors, so I just used these. And I went over these little blue dots with a little bit of blue gel by Gabufu, but you couldn't really see it. But yeah, we're using these to make blueberries. I really did like this nail, There had to be an easier way to go about these blueberries. I should have cured them individually or something. I just feel like they got too big once I start flattening them. But it still was cute. It's still cute. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then I just love the background of the screen once I took that ugly, linty, dental cloth off of the screen. Like, look at that wood color. I like that better. I like that white better. Now, you guys see how this one also doesn't stick to your nails? Yeah, the sculpting clay, it doesn't stick to your hands, and it doesn't stick to the glove. I said your nails. It sticks to your nails. Pause. So yeah, I could work with it with the gloves on, and then I noticed, like, usually I will use this stuff with my hands. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, it doesn't stick to the nail, and the glove, and I didn't know that because I'm usually always using my hands, but you shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, from here on out, I might just put on gloves, or the finger gloves is what I usually use, because I don't know, bigger gloves just make your hands sweat. So let's avoid that. Just get you some finger gloves. Works the same. But yeah, I try to do these little 3D leaves with the green, and this is where I realized I should have either painted a little bit of detail over the leaves or used a darker kind of more opaque green, because this was giving transparent, and maybe it's because it's like glow in the dark. It's like translucent looking, obviously, but yeah, it just wasn't giving the look I wanted. But I again was like, we just gotta get it done. It's already out, let's just get it done. Got these little sculpting tools from Shein, I believe. I want to say they came with something else I had got, but if not, it's probably from Shein. If not, it's Amazon. I can't really remember. I only have 2 of them. I feel like they came with something, because I would have ordered both clear, and I have one clear and one pink. That's why I think it came with something, because I don't order too much pink stuff. But these little tools you see with the pink little crystal at the end, I don't know what they're called, but they came in a set of 3, also from Shein, and they have little different tools on the end. So this one has like a flat spatula kind of thing, and the other one has a spoon, small little scooper kind of spoon, and then another one just has a point on it. So that's what I use to poke the little crevices in the blueberries. And then the spatula, I'm just breaking off small little beads of the 4D clay, also from Shein. Then I cure them so they can be a little bit harder, so they don't smash when I go to work with them. I put a little bit of rhinestone glue on the nail, and then I put those right on there. I did try to make it look a little organized while also being a little sporadic, but I also wanted to show some of my lines. So at the end, I got to like move the stuff around, and it took me a little second, but we got it. Yeah, and eventually. And then the rest that were left, I just added them to my kiwi nail. I think I seen it somewhere online, because I like kiwis. I think I'm allergic to them. But I don't think they have these little black balls. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't eat them enough. But I just went with it. Plus, this nail needed a little bit more 3D. Why not? I also think we could have did the same thing for the watermelon, though. That nail was a little bit plain. Now I just went in and filed the ends. You know, they have that like little piece at the end of the nails that's just always there. So I just had to go in and get that off. Didn't do too much filing, honestly. Use your dust collector, guys. I didn't. I also like to use gel, and then I'll do this filing, but I was all out of order today, and I didn't do that. So I had to go back in and wipe them off with alcohol right after I just filed them, instead of just putting on the top coat, then filing them, and then dusting it off like usual. It just works better. So yeah, I top coat and then file. It works best for me, especially because some of these had like builder. It's just a bunch of sticky stuff. I could have avoided. Yeah, you are gonna get a close-up sooner or later. These little pumping bottles, I got them from Amazon. They are the worst. They're plastic, and then the tops are like shooting liquid everywhere. That's where that splatter came from. I can't stand it, but I just got new bottles from Shein, so I can't wait till they get here. You guys will see that in a shorts or maybe a Shein haul video. I just don't do haul videos if it's not a bunch of stuff. Look at the zoom in. Look at the zoom in for y'all. I should have been done that. I should have been done that. But anyways, this is Copa top coat. My favorite top coat at the moment. I don't really venture out to other ones, so I gotta find a new one. This one is kind of on the thicker side, and I don't always enjoy that. It can add bulk, but it's very shiny. I know this probably better, but yeah, I get it from Amazon. I also use Copa's base coat. I don't know if I said that. The rest of those base coats and rubber base and builders and stuff were from Beetles. Nice little show off for you guys. I went back in and tried to add a little detail to those darn blueberries. It did not work out the best, but that's what that is. It almost made it turn into little globs, so I didn't like that. I tried to go back in and clean it up. Out of frame. Ended up using the silicone tool for it. Ugh. Shouldn't have used that for that. I panicked. But all of the nails together are just so pretty. I wish that monarch butterfly with the orange was just a little bit more bright, how that orange nail is. But it fades well, but it just could have been brighter to me. Maybe it's kind of good. It's not as bright as that middle nail. Has a little difference. And then top coat, and more top coat. After this, I just take my Apres. That gnat peed me off. I knocked over the whole thing. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, what is you doing up in here? Bothering folks. That really irritated me. Like, bugs. I can't stand insects and bugs, bro. But anyways, I plucked them off. Some of the sticky tabs got stuck underneath. Had to get those off. That's another con of this 3D nail stand I have. 3D printed nail stand. It just inconveniences me. Like, my other stand, they didn't stick this much, but this one does. But when we take them off, like I was saying, I take my Apres, what's it called? Why can't I think of it right now? Gel-X Prep, and I take it underneath the nail to add a little scuff to it so that your guys' nails can adhere well to your nail. Whoever wears this set. I do it to all of my nails. This is also how I prep the nails instead of buffing. And the paint doesn't chip. It does very well. I get it from Amazon. I started off getting it on eBay. I was getting robbed, y'all, but Amazon has it now. So yeah, we just chemically etch the bottom of those, and then we're gonna pop them onto our nail card. I don't make nails this long. Typically, I will, like I am right now, but you'll see. My card is a lot smaller. It wasn't gonna fit on there, so we ended up putting it on some really old cards I had when I first started. Just a little bit more space. And yeah, I stamped them so my logo was on there, so it's like a little bit of my business. And then after I stamped it on there, we were done. I really love the set. I hope you guys love the set. I hope you watch more of my videos, and I hope I didn't talk too much. Please subscribe, like, comment. Any questions, you got it. I'm gonna respond to you. I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Today's Sunday, so yeah, nice week, I guess. I got that wrong. See how that pump just flung that acetone? Ugh. See y'all.